Britain's MI5 is stepping out of the shadows, unveiling a rare glimpse into its past. For the first time, the public can explore a collection of secret files and spy gadgets, chronicling some of the most significant espionage cases in the agency's 115-year history. An exhibition titled MI5 Official Secrets in London offers a rare opportunity to examine authentic spy equipment and gain insight into the covert world of British intelligence.
And as you enter the gallery, you'll feel like you're stepping into the hidden world of MI5. You'll see top secret files, personal memos, gadgets, photographs, interviews, confessions, a whole range of things.
The display further provides a first-hand look at the methods spies have used throughout history to conceal and gather intelligence. One of the most intriguing artifacts on display is a seemingly ordinary lemon, which played a crucial role in convicting a German spy over a century ago. Karl Muller, executed in 1915 at the Tower of London, used lemon juice to pen invisible messages between the lines of his letters. British intelligence intercepted his coded correspondence, ultimately leading to his capture and conviction.
Was fatal for a German spy, Karl Muller, who came to Britain in 1915. It helped to convict him because Karl Muller was using lemon juice to write secret messages in between the lines of an otherwise innocuous letter that was intercepted, and he was tracked down, tried, found guilty and executed by firing squad at the Tower of London.
The exhibition also sheds light on the infamous Cambridge 5 double agents who leaked British secrets to the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Surveillance reports and personal documents related to spies like Donald Maclean and Guy Burgess offer an unfiltered look at some of Britain's most infamous betrayals. The exhibition gives a glimpse of a world shrouded in secrecy, giving the public a rare chance to see what really happens behind the closed doors of British intelligence. And let's now shift our focus to West Asia. Yemen's Houthi rebels claim that they have shot down another U.S. drone flying over the country. This even as the U.S. continues its campaign of intense airstrikes targeting the group. The group also aired footage that they said showed the downed American MQ-9 Reaper drone in Marib province. The reported shoot down over Yemen's province coming as airstrikes hit around Sana'a and Sadr, both Houthi strongholds. U.S. President Donald Trump also issued a new warning to both the Houthis and its benefactor Iran. Trump said that the group was decimated by America's campaign of strikes that started March 15. And amid the rising tensions, the U.S. military has sent its second aircraft carrier. On April 1, the U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered additional forces to West Asia, including the Vinson Carrier Strike Group and aircraft. Now, look at these satellite images coming up on your screen, showing the deployment of at least 6 nuclear-capable B-2 Spirit bombers to Camp Thunder Bay on Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. We told you just last night, tensions between the U.S. and Iran have reached a fever peak. And now the Pentagon has announced that it will increase the number of U.S. aircraft carriers in West Asia, keeping one that is already stationed in the Red Sea and sending another from Asia-Pacific region. And in a statement, the U.S. Assistant to the Secretary of Defense has said that the Harry S. Truman Carrier Strike Group will be joined by the Vinson Carrier Strike Group to quote-unquote continue promoting regional stability, deter aggression and protect the free flow of commerce in the region, quote-unquote. The USS Vinson will arrive in the region after completing drills in the Indo-Pacific. Now, here's why this is significant. The two-carrier presence in West Asia is rather unusual. You see, last year, former President Joe Biden also sent 2 carrier groups in a show of force. Only this time, it has come amid a dangerous level of escalation. On Sunday, Trump threatened to bomb Iran unless it signs a deal renouncing nuclear weapons. But instead of buckling under American pressure, Iran doubled down with its response. On Monday, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said that any attack by the US or Israel would be met with a firm retaliatory strike. Last week, Iranian Foreign Minister had made Tehran's stand very clear. There could be no direct talks with Washington as long as the Trump administration continues military threats. Not just that, the deployment of the American warships also comes amid continued U.S. strikes against Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen. The U.S. has launched a series of strikes against the Houthis, which Trump said have decimated the group. Remember, the Houthis started targeting commercial ships in the Red Sea in late 2023 in support of Palestinians facing Israeli bombardment in Gaza. The Yemen-based pro-Iran armed group threatened to renew attacking Israeli-linked shipping in Red Sea in response to Israel's breaking of the Gaza ceasefire. And according to reports, in the latest deadly strike by the U.S., 4 people have been reportedly killed in Yemen's Hodeidah region. The U.S. has not confirmed that it carried out the attacks, but the local Al Masirah TV reported multiple American attacks hitting Sada and Sana'a regions. Houthi forces also claimed that they fired a number of cruise missiles and drones at American ships in the Truman Aircraft Carrier Group. Al Masirah TV cited Houthi statement saying that it was the 3rd strike against U.S. military ships in 24 hours. Since Washington launched its military offensive on the 15th of March, more than 60 people have reportedly been killed in Yemen. But the strikes against the Houthis is just one part of the larger proxy war between Iran and America, though the Pentagon has made no mention of which warplane has been sent to the region. News agency Reuters cited U.S. officials as saying that at least 4 B-2 bombers have relocated to the strategic US-UK military base in the Indian Ocean, Diego Garcia. And Trump has already said that strikes on Houthi fighters would continue until they are no longer a threat to shipping. And in addition to threatening Iran with bombing, the White House has also warned that it will hold Tehran accountable if the Houthis fire at US forces. What happens here onwards is anybody's guess. But as things stand right now, with these new deployments, West Asia remains a major focus of concern for the Pentagon. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza is worsening. According to the United Nations, all 25 bakeries in the enclave have shut down due to an acute shortage of flour and cooking gas, and attributing it to the continued blockage of aid by Israel, further intensifying the desperation among Gaza's people. With no flour to bake bread and no fuel to run ovens, the bakeries supported by the World Food Programme have now reportedly ceased operations. But Gaza's streets continue to be lined up with people waiting outside the closed bakery doors, hoping to find some food, only to return empty-handed.
I came here before dawn and went to all the bakeries in the area, but they were all closed. So I came back here in front of this bakery, hoping that God will bless us with bread. What can we do? Let them bring us flour and fuel. Why are they preventing us from getting them?
As you can see, the bakeries are closed and there is no flour. People rely on ready-made bread because they don't have cooking gas or firewood to bake at home. The closure of bakeries has worsened the crisis and the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza.
Meanwhile, Israel insists that food supplies in Gaza are sufficient. The Israeli military agency overseeing aid coordination posted on X that there is enough food in Gaza for a long period of time. The United Nations strongly refuted this claim, dismissing it as quote-unquote ridiculous.
With the WFP closing all the bakeries and Israel still keeping all the borders closed. Israel says there's still enough food that was delivered to Gaza during the ceasefire. What is the UN's response to that?
As far as the UN is concerned, that's ridiculous. I mean, we are at the tail end of our supplies, of the supplies that came in through the humanitarian route. You know, WFP doesn't close its bakeries for fun. If there's no flour, if there's no cooking gas, the bakeries cannot open.
Since the 2nd of March, Israel has blocked all aid to the enclave until Hamas releases all remaining hostages. Meanwhile, in a statement, Hamas accused Israel of deliberately starving the people of Gaza, claiming that Gaza has entered a state of famine in what they call one of the worst humanitarian disasters of modern times. Meanwhile, Israel has announced a major expansion of the military operations in Gaza, stating that large areas of the enclave would be seized and added to its security zones, with Israel's defense minister adding that evacuations would take place from such areas. With the Israeli military now directing Gazans living around the city of Rafah and Khan Yunis to move to the Al-Mawasi area on the shore. Israeli military operations continued on Wednesday, with Gaza's health ministry saying that at least 41 people lost their lives due to Israeli airstrikes. That, according to local reports, also included a strike on a UN clinic, claiming the lives of 19 people.